Good morning to all. In today's lecture series, we are going to see about that in the third unit of syntax analysis. What is a top-down parser? Before that, what is a parser and what is the classification of the parser and top-down parser ode explanations. Now we will see what is a parser and classification of parser. So you know that what is a parser? Parser is nothing the third phase of compiler. It is a the input of the third phase of the compiler is tokens. The output of the syntax analyzer or parser is a parse tree. Based upon the parse tree, the statement of the given programming language is checked whether that statement is correct as per the syntax of the given programming languages. So in that we have in this picture we see about what is the classification of parser. Parser is majorly classified into two types. One is a top-down parser and bottom-up parser. So what is a top-down parser means? In top-down parser, the start symbol is derived into the given input string using a given grammar. Grammar is nothing but it is a collection of production rules. It is a combination of non-terminals, terminals, production rules and start symbol. So from that start symbol we are going to derive the input string. So the derivations can be in either way, either the leftmost or rightmost. Based upon that the parse tree is constructed. So that is called as a top-down parser. The top-down parser is classified into two types. One is a backtracking, other one is a without backtracking. So what is a backtracking? Backtracking means it is a we are trying the input string derivations from one alternative. Suppose we could not able to produce a input string means we go back to the previous step and try the another alternative and derive the input string. That alternative it could not able to produce the input string means we conclude that the input statement is not as per the syntax wise it is not correct. So this is the backtracking method. Next one is the predictive parser. Predictive parser means without backtracking. Another name of predictive parser is a non-recursive descendant parser. So in that we have a algorithm how to construct the predictive parser. So that is the thing we are going to see in today's lecture. So next one is the bottom-up parser. So in the bottom-up parser, the parse we are the given input string is reduced into the start symbol. So that is the process is called as a reduction. So the bottom-up parser have two types. One is a shift reduce and then LR parser. So the LR parser again it is classified as an SLR, LALR and LR. So this is the classification of the parser. Next we will see what is the predictive parsing. So the predictive parsing is nothing but it is a non-recursive descendant parser. So the first LR is called as a LL of one parser. So what is the first L means that we are going to do the left we are going to read the input string from left to right. The second L stands for we are using to produce the left to right derivation to produce the input string derivations. Next one is specifies that it uses the one look-ahead token. Some parsers the look-ahead token is more than once. So in that LL of one parser using only one input string we are going to predict the input string parsing. So this is the explanation of what is an LL of one parser. So the LL of one parser, there is an architecture of the predictive parsing or the LL of one parser. So the LL of one parser is check the input string based upon the three factors. One is the stack input and parsing table. So the input buffer contains the input string that is ends with the dollar symbol. That is the dollar is used for the n marker. Again we are using the stack. In that stack contains the production rules. So the starting symbol of the stack is the start symbol. The bottom in the stack contains the dollar. Before that we are place the start symbol of the given production rule. Next we have the parsing table. So the parsing table is constructed using a first and follow function of every non-terminals. So based upon that parsing table entries, the input string is passed using the stack data structures and produces check whether the given input string are accepted or not. So this is the architecture of the predictive parsing. So in the predictive parsing, it contains the 5 major steps. The first step, first we have to, there is a given grammar is given, and given from the grammar we are going to derive the input string of given input string. So the first step, we have to check whether the given grammar is a left recursive or not. So what is a left recursive means? The leftmost non-terminal symbol is immediately repeated in the rightmost production rules first position, means it is called as a left recursive. So the left recursive grammar, using that we cannot derive the leftmost pass string. So we have to eliminate that left recursion. So the second one is eliminating of the left factoring. So what is the left factoring means? For a single non-terminal, we have two alternative, means we have to select, there is a confusion which alternative have to select. For that we have to factoring out the common factors in between the two alternatives, that is called as the elimination of the left factoring. So after eliminating these two terms, next third one, we are going to calculate the first and follow function of every non-terminals of the given grammar. Then after finding the first and follow function, we are constructing the parsing table. So the parsing table, it is like a table. It contains the rows and columns entries. The rows represents the non-terminals and column represents the terminals. So that entry, we are going to enter the production rules in the given rows and columns entries. So based upon the parsing table, we are check the fifth step, check whether the given input string accepted or not using the parsing method. So this is the 5 steps we are going to construct the LL of one parser. So the first step, first we are going to eliminate using the rule of left recursive. So after that we are going to calculate the first and follow of every non-terminals. The rules for first is, if x is a terminal, then first of x is equal to x. Suppose x is an epsilon, the first of x is equal to is also x epsilon. Suppose if x is equal to the another non-terminal means, so that non-terminal, the first of that non-terminal is placed in that left hand side non-terminal's first position. So this is the way we are going to calculate the first position of every non-terminal. Next we have the rule of finding the follow position also. So in the follow position, first rule is include the start symbol in the suppose there is that left hand side non-terminal is the starting symbol, means we are including the dollar in that follow position of that non-terminal. Again, next we have the second rule. If there is a production A tends to alpha B beta, means then the follow of B contains everything in the first of beta should be present in the follow of B. The third thing is, if suppose in the first of beta contains the epsilon, instead of epsilon we have to place the follow of A non-terminals into the follow of B set. So this is the second way. The third one, the production, there is a production A tends to alpha B, in that the B non-terminal is present the rightmost end of the right hand side, means the follow of there is no any follower in the next to the B. So we have to find out the follow of B is equal to follow of A. Suppose again a follow of B, and the follow of B contains the terminals, means epsilon, means we are including the that first position in the corresponding things. So this is the way we are going to calculate the follow of every non-terminals. So the third step is we are find the first and follow of every non-terminals. After that we are going to do the predictive parsing. Before that we are constructing the parsing table. The parsing table, it is nothing but it is a two-dimensional array of the A is the array of A comma A. In that A, the rows contains the non-terminals and columns contains the terminals. So the predictive parsing program means based upon that we are going to pass the input string and find out whether the input string is accepted or not. So there is also another algorithm for predictive parsing program. If x is equal to small a, that is equal to dollar, means we are going to halt the program execution. The second thing is, if x is equal to the x is nothing but it is a stack start top position, top symbol, that is equal to the input buffer first symbol means, but it is not equal to dollar means we are going to do the pop operation. If x is a non-terminal means we construct the parsing table for that x comma a entry and enter and push the corresponding protection rule in the reverse order in the stack. Finally, suppose if there is no entry in the x comma a rows and columns entry, so that is mark it as an error. This is the way we are going to find the predictive parsing program. So this is the introduction to this is the way we are going to construct the top down parser and check whether the given input string is accepted or not. So this is in today's lecture I explained that what is the parser, what is the classification of the parser, and how the top down parser is works. In next lecture we will see with an example. Thank you.